Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
7:34.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Cooper was the target there. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Mahomes going to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Being chased out left. And he finds a man. That's Watkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. But they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Give to Jones. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Express. Hey, here we go.
On second down, here's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first-down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Carr now on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 27. On first down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Carr to throw on second down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
To throw on second down, Carr. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This will be fielded at the 17, and he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They go play action here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. On second down, it's Jones. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 41 yards. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it here with Bill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Green 39. Green 39.
Again, here's Ball. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make it.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Justin Houston able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
7:34.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Get set, get set. 6:18.
Carr now on 1st down. There's Booker on the catch. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. This is Booker on the dump off. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one. More shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now it's Freeman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Get set.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out come the Chiefs now. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Now a first carry for their fullback. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Left, 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 left. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
The give is to Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace, ace. So.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Anthony Hitchens. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Carr now to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. He'll take it at the 42. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 47 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offense.
Express!
On play action, it's Carr. Out to his left. Looking deep in the direct. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Carr now on 1st down. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Booker on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Dancing to his left. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Again to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Blunt. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And he fields it cleanly. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. On 1st down, Carr. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun now for Carr. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And it's a big play there on third down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Carr, got to have this one. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. To throw his Carr. They set up the screen to Booker. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be second and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage. So here's second and 11. Again, it's Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, third and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Third and short, it's Booker. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
24.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Again, it's Jones. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a carry for Blount. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Well, a really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
29. Now, 6:37. 24. White.
One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However,